As a wise red-headed girl who got stuck on the yellow brick road once said,
"There's no place like home."
And this can't be any truer for those who have uncovered some unexpected finds right inside the four corners of their house. So, how well do you know every nook and cranny of your beloved sanctuary? You might just second-guess yourself once you see the 11 shocking things people discovered in their own homes. What's up, Factnatics? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Stay tuned for our #1 pick because it's a real-life House of Slytherin, minus the magical stuff.
No one asked your opinion, you filthy little mudblood.
Enter at your own risk. Number 11. Home Sweet Home. It's probably the closest thing one can get to a real-life gingerbread house. In 2011, just when Colorado homeowner Debbie Hill was enjoying her home sweet foreclosure home, the walls and foundation of her humble abode started leaking sticky goo. Relax, it's not blood. Sorry, the Shining fans. Turns out her property was leaking honey. When the house was sold to Debbie, the inspectors missed the bee colony that lived inside the walls, amounting to about 60,000 honeybees.
What is this?
So when summer hit, the honey started to melt and seep out. Imagine if Debbie had a bee allergy. Her sanctuary could have easily turned into an actual hell on earth.
Eyewitnesses say that the bees are yellow and black.
Do as I say, senor, your wife dies.
On the flip side, she must have had a lot of pancakes for breakfast with all the free syrup.
I hope you're hungry. You should see that toast. I couldn't even get it through the door.
Keep watching, because if snakes on a plane made your skin crawl, imagine snakes in a house. Number 10. Well played. Well, what do we have in this house?
Well, look what we have here, fellas.
It's a hidden well. Ever since Colin Steer and his family moved into a property in Plymouth, England more than 30 years ago, Colin has always been curious about the sunken portion of their living room floor. Although he was itching to dig deeper into the hole, his wife was against it because it might endanger their 3 children. In 2011, when his kids had all grown up, he finally got to the bottom of the mysterious hole, quite literally. Though he was disappointed not to find any pot of gold underground, what he did discover was a 16th century, 33-foot deep well. And just like a hard candy with a surprise center, hidden inside the well is an actual medieval sword. Whether he dressed up as King Arthur for the succeeding Halloweens has not been confirmed.
I'm Arthur, King of the Britons.
Number 9. Basement within a basement. Is this some kind of Inception-inspired property? We'll let you decide. As a kid, Lansdowne, Pennsylvania resident Alexandra Poulos would often have weird dreams that her house had other hidden rooms. Little did she know that her dreams were actually a reality all along. In 2016, Alexandra thought it weird that a lot of stuff in the basement of the house had been breaking, from the oil tank to the sewer pipe. She then remembered a rumor her father once heard that their basement actually had another basement underneath it. So, when Alexandra had some repairmen fix the cracking walls and sewer pipes, she asked the guys to dig a little deeper. The next day, much to her surprise, the workers confirmed her suspicions. They discovered a subterranean room 14 feet deep. Based on the history of the area, a local historian suspects that it might be part of the Underground Railroad established in the 19th century. Were the spirits of the past haunting her childhood dreams?
We're ghosts.
Number 8. Finding Neverland. These two cleaning ladies must have been wiping off some actual pixie dust while they were tidying up a Westlake apartment in LA in August 2010. That's because they discovered an antique trunk that contained, among others, a copy of Peter Pan and 2 leather doctor's satchels. When Gloria Gomez, one of the cleaners, tried to see what was inside the satchels, she was horrified to find the mummies of 2 babies. Based on investigations, the trunk seems to have belonged to one Janet M. Barry, who curiously has the same surname as Peter Pan's author. While DNA tests confirmed she wasn't related to J. M. Barry, it showed that she was the mother of the 2 mummified infants who, like Peter Pan, never grew up.
She'd rather grow up than stay with you.
Number 7. The Missing Homeowner. In 2014, when Cape Coral, Florida resident William Wilson bought this foreclosed house for $96,000, he thought it was an absolute steal. But when he finally arrived to do some cleaning on his newly bought property, the least he expected to see in the master's bedroom was an actual dead body. Authorities believe it might be the body of the previous owner named Carmen Garcia Viso, who neighbors hadn't seen or heard from for several years. The saddest thing about this ordeal was that nobody seemed to bother to check on her the entire time.
Hey, I just got a call from somebody bought a house. Say there's a dead human body.
Number 6. Bomb shelter. Craig Denham got way more than his money's worth when he bought this new property in Westlake Hills, Texas in 2013. See, apart from 3 beds and 2 baths, the house came with an additional feature: an underground bomb shelter in the backyard. Apparently, the property's former owner was an Air Force colonel named E.V. Robnett Jr., who had inside information from the Cold War. Preparing for the worst, the serviceman finalized the bomb shelter in time for the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. The shelter stayed sealed until Craig opened it 60 years later. Inside the time capsule were a lot of atomic-age memorabilia, including a gas mask, some pantry supplies, and a shortwave radio. It's absolutely a doomsday prepper's dream!
Our first reaction is to go into our basement that is secure.
Number 5. A courteous corpse? According to the KonMari method of tidying up, keep only the things that spark joy.
Choose items that spark joy for you.
But for one couple who was about to move to their new apartment in New York, cleaning up sparked nothing but horror. In 2016, the landlord of this New York apartment allowed a young couple to move in after not seeing its previous tenant, 64-year-old Sydney Harris, for quite some time. Believing that Harris was at the hospital and was not coming back, the landlord allowed the pair to rent out the place as long as they took out the former tenant's belongings. But when the couple started tidying up, they found Harris's body wrapped in plastic and blankets with a note that said, "Sorry for the smell," presumed to be written by Harris's killer. An examiner confirmed that Harris died of multiple skull fractures. I guess the couple should have been suspicious when the rental was too good to be true.
I wish I could bring home more money. Hey.
Number 4. Walk-in dungeon. Mid-century modern-style house? Boring. Modern house with a 19th century dungeon? Now that's what I'm talking about. When Irishman Daniel Carley moved into an apartment in Leamington Spa in England in 2013, he thought he struck a great deal with the flat, especially with the trapdoor just outside the toilet that was just the extra storage space he needed. But when he realized there were actual stairs under the trapdoor that led somewhere, he decided to explore his new apartment further. Turns out his flat was sitting on top of an actual 19th century dungeon complex. The narrow passageway stretched further to some eerie rooms, including one with a bed out of bricks and a wide space that would make for a perfect Halloween party venue. Number 3. Breaking the mold. In 2007, South Carolina couple Jason and Kelly Brown stumbled upon a secret room hidden behind a bookcase in their recently purchased foreclosure home. What they found inside terrified them more than any haunted house ghost. It was a note from the previous owner named George Leventis, who warned about the unseen evil inside the house. Molds! According to the note, the toxic molds made his children so sick that they had to move out. Because of this, the Browns hired an environmental engineer to confirm the presence of molds, and indeed, the house had elevated levels of poisonous mold species. Leventis said that he left the note in the hidden room so that sellers and brokers wouldn't be able to find it and keep the mold problem from future owners.
But it didn't have any windows, just drawings of windows?
Number 2, take me to the church. In their 3 years of living in this Victorian building in Telford, UK, the Farla family never looked into the mysterious metal grill that lay next to the wall. But after a few drinks on Good Friday of 2010, 20-year-old Gareth Farla and his uncle Matthew jostled their way into the hole and were floored by what they found underground. Apparently, they had a secret chapel underneath their home. In the middle of the room was a large crucifix fallen on the floor, and on the ceiling were hooks for hanging meat. A local historian believes that the room dates back to the 1700s and might have been a hideout for nonconformist religious groups. I know I'd be saying a prayer if I found one of these in my own house.
And I was wondering if you would try to not pray so much.
Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1, the Sir Penthouse. In 2009, Ben and Amber Sessions bought this 5-bedroom home for less than $180,000 in Idaho. They might have backed away if they only knew that they'd be going home to Medusa's lair. Shortly after they moved in, garter snakes began crawling out from inside the walls. Apparently, the house was built on a hibernaculum where snakes go to hibernate in the winter. The infestation was so bad that Ben once killed 42 snakes in a day. The Sessions even had to eat out because their water tasted like snake musk. After 3 grueling months, they just had enough of all the hysteria and decided to move out and filed for bankruptcy so they wouldn't have to pay a single cent more for the serpent's nest. So, if someone builds a house full of snakes, do you call him a boa constrictor? Just saying. How about you? Uncovered anything weird or amazing inside your house lately? Let us know in the comment section below. Dirty socks under the bed not included. Take home our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? We've got more crazy discoveries just for you. Check out our list of the 15 amazing secrets hidden in everyday things. Till then, stay home and stay safe, Backnatics, and see you in the next video.